to outscore the team that we play. If the break's there, we hope to be able to utilize it, but we'll run in offense, and we just have some very good shooters. When the ball's going in the basket, we play very well. The last 3 games, we've made over 43s, and if we can maintain that, then we're going to be a good team.
Fred, 4 seniors starting for Notre Dame.
And Jim, this should be an entertaining basketball game here tonight.
I think it's going to be an up-and-down basketball game. I think you can flip a coin.
For Notre Dame, again, in the middle of this 9-game road trip, this one could be a big step forward for them here tonight. It's a storied old building here in Philadelphia, the Civic Center. It's seen a lot of basketball in this day, and it's going to see more tonight as the Irish take on LaSalle. We'll be back to meet starting lineups right after you watch this. Here at Philadelphia, where they hold the official ceremonies, commemorate the 150th anniversary of the country. Well, there have been some great players romp on this court. Tom Gola, Will Chamberlain, down through the years. So many good ones have played here, although they hadn't played college ball here since 1955 when they resurrected this building this year and made it LaSalle's home court. And now tonight again, Notre Dame and LaSalle are here getting set to go. We're going to find out how John McLeod and Speedy Morris are going to start them. Let's join public address announcer John McAdams.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Philadelphia Civic Center, home of the LaSalle University Explorers. This evening, LaSalle University presents the University of Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the LaSalle University Explorers. Let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the Fighting Irish, at a forward position, a senior, 6 feet, 8 inches tall, from East St. Louis, Illinois, number 20, LaFonso Ellis. At the other forward, a freshman, 6 feet, 4 inches tall, from Aurora, Illinois, number 30, Billy Taylor. At the center spot, a senior, 6 feet, 11 inches tall, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, number 5, Keith Tower. At the guards, a senior, 6 feet tall, from Houston, Texas, number 12, Elmer Bennett. At the other guard, a senior, 6 feet, 5 inches tall, from Beaumont, Texas, number 22, Damon Sweet. The head coach of the Fighting Irish in his first season is John McLeod. The assistant coaches, Fran McCaffrey, Jimmy Black, Jeff Nix, and Steve Hudson. And for the LaSalle University Explorers, at a forward position, the senior, 6 feet, 8 inches tall, from Bangor, Pennsylvania, number 51, Bron Holland. At the other forward is senior, 6 feet, 6 inches tall, from Lidditz, Pennsylvania, number 25, Jack Hurd. At the center spot, a senior, 6 feet, 9 inches tall, from Amsterdam, Netherlands, number 44, Milko Lieber. At the guards, a junior, 6 feet, 4 inches tall, from Slidell, Louisiana, number 24, Jeff Neubauer. At the other guard is senior, 6 feet tall, from Philadelphia, number 14, Randy Woods. The head coach of the LaSalle University Explorers in his 6th season is Bill Speedy Morris. The assistants, Joe Mahalik, Randy Monroe, Rich Prendergast, and Sam Ryan Sr.
Speedy Morris says he's feeling well. He had some chest pains earlier this week. Thoroughly checked out, says he feels good. He's here, ready to go. LaSalle's ready, so are the Fighting Irish. You've met the starting lineups, and we'll be back to tip it off right after this. 5, LaSalle 4-4. Good officiating crew here tonight. Jody Sylvester, Joe Mingle, and Gene Monge in charge of the proceedings. Another look at the starting lineups. Ellis, Taylor, Tower, Bennett, and Sweet for Notre Dame. And for LaSalle, Ron Holland up front along with Jackie Hurd, Lieberstein middle, Neubauer, and Randy Woods. Keep an eye on
the two interesting matchups now, I think, Fred. Bennett is going to start on Woods, and Billy Taylor, the freshman, who is a very fine defensive player, is going to go on Hurd.
So Elmer Bennett will have the first chore of shutting down Randy Woods, again, who's averaging nearly 28 points a ball game for Speedy Morris' team. Notre Dame has dominated series, leading 16-4. And the tip controlled by Notre Dame. Elmer Bennett. LaSalle's going to open zone.
Yeah. Jumped right into that zone.
Alfonso Ellis. Sweet at the top of the zone.
See, this is going to slow the game down to a pace that LaSalle wants it right now.
Sweet from three-point range, and he nails it to start the ball game. Damon Sweet gets the Irish off to a solid start. And there's Damon Sweet out front with Jeff Neubauer. Randy Woods comes off a double screen to pop the jump shot and gets it off the glass.
They run a flex offense, Fred, but they start everything from set plays, and that's just what they did. They ran the screen for him, and he got it.
You talk about Elmer Bennett having to guard him. He had to come off 2 screens that time. That's tough to do, and now Bennett misses the long jumper at the other end. LaSalle basketball. Neubauer trying to get it up court. Milko Reavers, and is taken away by Damon Sweet for the Irish. Quiet crowd here at the Civic Center. This Irish got it off to the good start with a 3-point shot.
And they're going to try to neutralize LaFonso Ellis by using this zone and getting him away from inside.
The Irish very patient in the early going here. Billy Taylor along the wing in front to Bennett. Now Sweet. Randy Woods knocks the ball loose in the battle for the loose ball in the circle, picked up by Bron Holland for LaSalle. And immediately they get it to Randy Woods. He's picked up by Bennett out top.
That's why Woods is leading this club with 18 steals. He has very, very good hands.
Deep on the wing, Jackie Hurd for LaSalle. There's Reavers from the top of the circle, no. And Sweet hauls it down for Notre Dame. Bennett immediately back off the wing. Very, very patient attack by Notre Dame against that LaSalle zone. They really haven't looked crisp against it yet. Now Bennett, right in the middle, they go to Tower, and the jump hook good by Keith Tower.
Saw the crease and got it right inside. Fred, I've always said 2 things against zone. You not only need the ball movement, but you need the player movement. You just can't stand around, and that's what Notre Dame did the first couple of sequences.
Good hands. Steal, LaFonso Ellis for the dunk. Whoa. With some emphasis, I would say. And Notre Dame with a 5-point lead. LaFonso Ellis off the steal.
Not many people that size run the basketball floor as well as LaFonso Ellis.
He was driving at good speed that time. Notre Dame has hit 3 out of 4 shots in the early going. Now they get it down in the lane to Randy Woods, and he takes the drive. Tip try, no. They battle for the rebound, and it's taken away by Elmer Bennett. Up come the Irish in a hurry this time. But now they get it, and they back it out against the zone. Billy Taylor. Tower from the deep corner. Low percentage shot won't go. Gets the long rebound, and he's going to be called for a walk.
Ron Holland stood right there after Tower took the shot, never got into his body. That's what happens, what they say against zones. No responsibility to box out. Tower made a good reaction to the glass, but then traveled with the basketball.
But undecided whether he wanted to shoot it or pass it. Yep. Decided to pass it and couldn't quite get rid of it in time. So
I used to shoot it.
No doubt. The shot by Jack Hurd for 3 is buried off the wing, and it's 7-5 Notre Dame. Jack Hurd, a good 3-point shooter. He's shooting 47% from 3-point range. Better than he is from 2-point country.
Streaky. 1 of 12 against Princeton, Fred. 8 of 9 against Oregon.
The word is if he gets started right, look out.
He is streaky.
And he buried his first try tonight. Now, Billy Taylor, a little strong with a try that time. A strong rebound, LaFonso Ellis, and he's going to be fouled as he tried to take it back up. And it was Randy Wood, I believe, that got him.
One of the parts of his game that has really improved tremendously. Earlier in the year, Fred, Fonz won a couple of games without getting 1 offensive rebound, and I know you could hardly believe that with his size and his ability. John McLeod sat him down and had a big talk with that young man. This is a big year for that guy. He should have dollar signs in front of his eyes, and he is now going to that offensive glass better than he has in 3 years.
And you know, for all that, he's going to finish his career at Notre Dame over 1,000 points and 1,000 rebounds. Good numbers. But the team success hasn't been there, and you always look to the guy you expect it from.
You bet. And the nice thing about it is he's eligible for both semesters. He's taken a lot of reps for that. He needs only 12 hours to get his degree in May from Notre Dame.
An accountant?
As an accountant, absolutely.
How's that?
Which is one of the toughest courses in our business school.
Billy Taylor committed a foul on the rebound attempt, his first and the first on Notre Dame. The team fouls are even at 1. The Irish have an 8-5 lead over LaSalle. From here, it's on to Madison Square Garden in a game against North Carolina, then to West Virginia, on to Virginia. Wow, what an odyssey. Oh, what a fadeaway jump shot from Randy Wood. That one wouldn't go. Ron Holland using his size inside to knock down the rebound shot. His first 2 points. 6'8" senior from Bangor, Pennsylvania.
You play against LaSalle, you better be ready to go to that basket on that defensive end, because, boy, Holland and Levers can really put their bodies on people.
Sweet. Now LaFonso Ellis away from the basket. Taylor, nice pass down to the baseline. And Tower's going to kick it back outside, but he can't. He's going to be called for the charging foul, his first foul.
I know what you're going to say, Fred. He passed up a wide open shot to put the ball on the floor and give the zone a chance to surround him, and then he turns it over.
So the Irish turn it over, but they have the lead, and we have the first break in the ball game. Timeout at 15:25 left in our first half. Notre Dame by a point. The Irish huddle right now. The Irish jumped out to a 7-2 lead. LaSalle has not been in front yet, but Notre Dame not able to get away from them.
Notre Dame has put themselves in a position, Fred, against that zone to get a couple of nice jump shots that they've passed up. You know, it's Doggy Julian's old saying, you can't get any closer than close. Tower couldn't have gotten any closer than that. You can't pass that shot up. If you do, you've got to sit on the bench.
6'11" senior from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. There's the early shooting. 3 for 6, 3 for 7. And a slow-paced basketball game so far in the Civic Center.
See, a different set, a 1-4 set, but out of that, they'll go right into their flex.
Milko Levers, nice pass down inside to Jack Hurd, and the shot is good. Hurd has 5 points, and it's 9-8. LaSalle with their first lead of the night. And a quick lead pass down court. LaFonso Ellis went up and got it. Finds Tower alone in the circle. He tries to get loose and can't. Elmer Bennett can, and that is a 2-point shot. And the Irish are back in front. 10-9 Notre Dame. There you see the clock. 14:48 left in our first half. Milko Levers from Amsterdam in the Netherlands. Hurd tried to get by Billy Taylor and pops a shot. No, and Billy Taylor had a hand all over him.
Did a nice job.
Now Damon Sweet, and a foul called on Elmer Bennett as he cut in front of Jack Hurd. Elmer Bennett called for his first foul, the second on Notre Dame.
One thing about three-point shooters, Fred, some of them are strictly standstill shooters, but Jack Hurd has a reputation of being a standstill and off-the-dribble shooter, and that's what Billy Taylor forced him to do that time, because he forced his way right through the screen.
Notre Dame with 4 turnovers so far in this game. LaSalle just 2. And a substitution for LaSalle. Now they have Lutiki Colombo in the ball game, a 6'7" freshman from Herndon, Virginia. Born and raised in Zaire. His father was the ambassador to Canada for Zaire. Lived there for a dozen years. He's a cousin to Kembe Mutombo. Lutiki Colombo in the game right now. That's Jack Hurd with another 3, and he has 8 points. And look out, he's got it going his way right now. 12-10 LaSalle. Ellis to Sweet. Bennett. Hurd is 3 for 5 from the floor in this game. That's not good news for Notre Dame. Damon Sweet for 3. Levers claims the rebound for LaSalle. Randy Woods, quick pass up court. Colombo, and turns it over.
That's what you call not playing your role right there, Fred. His role isn't to put the ball on the floor like that. He had to wait for the offense to get back and set it up.
Notre Dame very deliberate on the attack. Billy Taylor takes it down to the baseline. LaFonso with a nice soft touch off the glass, and he has 5 points.
Yeah, it switched hands. If he had shot that right-handed, that shot would have been blocked. That's pretty good movement by Ellis.
Notre Dame gets it back to a 12-12 tie with 13-14 left in the first half. Milko Levers. Randy Woods, a tough try from the deep corner and too strong with it. Rebounded by Sweet. Here come the Irish. Sweet moving past Hurd at midcourt. He's got the lane and dumps it off to LaFonso Ellis, and a blocking foul is called on Jeff Neubauer of LaSalle.
See, that's the pace right there that Notre Dame wants to play at. They want to get into some transition. And let's take a look. Now, let's see if he charges here. Gets rid of the ball. Boy, I want to tell you, that's a pretty close call right there that Joey Sylvester made. And now I realize why Jeff Neubauer came stepping out from underneath the basket.
Speedy Morris along the LaSalle bench. He's got Ron Holland back in the ball game and has taken Unlow out. And now a foul call down in the lane, and I think they've got Keith Tower this time. The call will go against Notre Dame. His second personal foul. Tower will come out of there. He's going to be replaced by John Ross, the 6'9" sophomore from Wabash, Indiana.
Young man has been playing very well lately. Played well against Kentucky, played well against Southern Cal. John wants him to be a 4 and a 5 man. He's comfortable at the 4, Fred, but not at the 5 spot inside because he's not a post player.
Getting some solid playing time, 14 minutes of ball game, and look out. Here's Jack Hurd again with another 3. He has stuck 3 threes. He has 11 points. That is 15-12. LaSalle by 3.
Boy, there's a young man. He started every game, 101 straight games in his career here at LaSalle. He is a hard-nosed basketball player.
John Ross kicks it off. Elmer Bennett's 3 is too strong. LaFonso Ellis got a hand on it, couldn't hold it. And Hurd gets it to Randy Wood on a long pass up court to Levers. Too strong, and he's able to save it back outside, but it's a backcourt violation. And Notre Dame will get it back. Milko Levers just fired his chewing.
You do that under the defensive end, that's exactly where you want to throw it, Fred. Don't ever throw it under your own basket. That time he didn't have to throw it that far, but I guess it's easier said than done when you're sitting here. Good hustle.
Ellis gets it inbounds. Elmer Bennett with a basketball. Irish need to get Elmer Bennett started. He's got 1 2-point goal in the ball game. He's missed a couple of 3-point tries. Again, the attack to LaSalle zone. Scores just staying back in that zone, making Notre Dame prove that they can beat it. And there's a deflection, but a nice save by Damon Sweet. It comes baseline to LaFonso Ellis. Now Bennett in the lane, tries to fire it back inside. Maybe they're too unselfish right now.
Absolutely, Fred. There is a shot. There's no way in the world that LaFonso Ellis should not have taken that ball up to that glass and drawn the foul and a chance for a 3-point play.
5th Notre Dame turnover, 11:59 left in our first half. LaSalle up by 3 at this break.
Well, but look at where Ellis is standing now. He's almost in the 3-second lane. Watch when he gets the basketball. He steps into the lane. He might be surrounded right there, but when you're the size he is at 6'10", 240, you've got to go up there and draw some contact and finish the shot.
Irish have turned down 2 or 3 good shots tonight. And while we have a moment, let's remind you that the announcers for this game have been contracted for and approved by the University of Notre Dame. And any use, rebroadcast, or other transmission of this game without the written consent of the University of Notre Dame and Host Creative Communications is prohibited. And that's Ron Holland, who's averaging only 7 points a game, knocking down his 4th point already in this one. And the Explorers go up by 5, their biggest lead of the night. LaFonso Ellis called for a charge at the baseline. His first foul. Team foul number 5 on Notre Dame. LaSalle's been whistled for 2.
I'll tell you, the LaSalle zone is causing Notre Dame mammoth problems, Fred. First of all, because they're not getting good shots. Secondly, it's negating all of their team speed, and it's got Notre Dame standing around. You agree?
I agree, and I think Damon Sweet and Elmer Bennett might have to begin to change that.
Yep. They've got to start creating something and penetrating against that zone.
Jack Hurd spin move in the circle and gets the shot down. Cozen in the lineup now for Notre Dame, taking on Jack Hurd, and Hurd hits for his 13th point of the night. LaSalle on a 12-4 run, now up by 7 over the Irish.
Now you can see why Hurd and Woods are averaging 45 points a game between them.
Now Sweet with a nice move with a soft jump shot. 5 points for Damon Sweet, the 6'5" senior from Beaumont, Texas. What a good athlete he is. Led the Irish in scoring last year, is again this year. That's Ron Holland, a transfer from St. Bonaventure. Nearly lost by Jack Hurd. Carl Cozen way outside to pick him up. Now Milko Levers. John Ross defending, and Levers takes the drive. Shot changed by LaFonso Ellis, and the Irish having a little trouble handling, but Elmer Bennett gets control. They've got Sweet, who he had a 3-pointer turned it down. Now a nice fake, gets Neubauer in the air, and Elmer Bennett knocks one down. Sweet now has 7 points on the night. He has gone to work.
Exactly what you said. They've got to start penetrating and creating some action and getting that zone to move and then find the creases.
Oh, there's Hurd. Short with the 3 that time as Cozen made a run at him, and Cozen gets the long rebound. Here come the Irish down just 3. Damon Sweet off the dribble, kicks it down on the baseline to Ross and back outside to Elmer Bennett. Now let's see how they attack the zone this time. You don't want to get standing. And Cozen's going to launch one. Too strong with the try. Carl Cozen can shoot the 3, and besides the defensive end, that may be a reason he's in there now to help bust the zone.
When they take those kinds of shots, every time they've gotten nothing but 1 shot when they've missed. No second or third kickbacks.
1 and done. That is not good. Neubauer, Milko Liebers. Nice bounce pass inside to Randy Woods, and he missed the easy shot in inside. Rebounded LaFonso Ellis. Irish down 3 with 9:17 left in the half, and Damon Sweet's going to try it. Come up short, but the Irish have the rebound. Tipped outside to Bennett. Notre Dame just one offensive rebound so far in this game.
That was the one that Ellis got very early in the contest.
Sweet. Carl Cozen deep in the corner. Now they feed it right in the middle. Inside out they go. And that almost freed Elmer Bennett, but he took a dribble and a jump shot there instead and didn't get it down. And now a foul's going to go against Carl Cozen, reaching on the rebound try. His first foul.
Well, I think,
19-16
excuse
LaSalle.
me, Fred. I think what both teams have to remember, especially Notre Dame, we talked about it earlier, the long shots which Hurd and Woods take for the three-pointers means the long rebounds. That's what happened to Cozen right there. It was a longer shot, and he went at the wrong angle to try to go to get offensive rebounding position.
Lotiki Colombo back in the lineup for LaSalle, and Billy Taylor you saw coming back in for Notre Dame. The 6'4" freshman from Aurora West High School in Illinois might be the best player on this club when the year is over. Oh, John Ross got a hand on it. Now he and Milko Liebers collide. Liebers goes down. It was incidental contact, and Liebers is all right. The ball is out of bounds to LaSalle. Now in the Explorer lineup, Paul Burke, a 6'1" freshman from Chestnut Hill Academy here in Philadelphia, checks in. Good jam up in the circle. Everybody tries to get on one spot. Paul Burke with a basketball for LaSalle. The Irish step up the defensive pressure now. Blitz Wooten is in there also from the Explorers. Colombo going down low, and I think John Ross got whistle for the foul against Milko Liebers, and that is going to be the first foul on John Ross. But from here on out, LaSalle will be in the 1-and-1. That is the 17th foul on Notre Dame.
Interesting, as we talked about earlier today, Fred, the first three substitutes for Speedy, all freshmen in the game right now. So you've got 3 freshmen, you've got Milko, and you've got Randy Woods, 2 seniors.
Colombo is a freshman. Paul Burke's a freshman. Blitz Wooten a freshman. So a young lineup out there right now, and we'll see if Notre Dame can take advantage. Milko Liebers, 64% free throw shooter. His first point of the night. In high school, he was into soccer, swimming, and karate. Had a medical red shirt here as a freshman from the Netherlands, but played high school basketball for a while in this country. And now with the miss. LaFonso Ellis still over Bennett. Now Ross kicks it inside out to Bennett. They've got Sweet loose for 3 on the wing, and it's good. Good ball movement that time. 10 points for Damon Sweet. He stuck a pair of 3-point attempts, and now it's a 1-point lead to LaSalle with 8:06. Neubauer, or rather Burke with the basketball, and the shot's going to go. Paul Burke got the drive. The freshman from Philadelphia. Taylor inside LaFonso and back out to Bennett. Now Sweet takes the dribble. Nice jump shot.
Now he's got the movement going. You see, as soon as they kick that ball into Fonz, Fred, double and triple teaming him. So that's why Sweet and Bennett have got to get into that offense.
And Sweet now has hit 4 out of 6 field goal attempts. LaSalle up by a point. Ross outside with Liebers. He's picked up the dribble. And Bennett trying to deny the pass to Woods. Woods can't get the shot down. And a foul is going to go against LaSalle's Milko Liebers. His first personal foul. The third on LaSalle, and Randy Woods has but 2 points so far in this game and has missed a couple of easy shots inside.
He is really struggling right now.
Speedy Morris wants to talk to his club. We have timeout in Philadelphia. 7:26 left in our first half. The Irish down by 1 to LaSalle. Half action here. Let's go back and pick up former action.
Well, they're wide open. Absolutely have to take that shot, and he seems to be in a rhythm right now. But as you and I were just saying, here's what happens now. When the zone starts to come out, when the ball is moved, now he has the ability to put that thing on the floor, and he hits the crease right there, Fred, and the guy is in a groove, and he's got to continue to do that.
He's hit 4 out of 6 shots now. Notre Dame 2 for 7 from 3-point range. Both of them Sweet. LaSalle 3 for 5. All 3 of them Hurd. Swing the ball, reverse the ball. How many times you heard?
Oh, boy. Yeah, and as trite as it is, you know, you just have to analyze it that way.
See what Notre Dame does now on the attack. Sweet kicks it off the side. LaFonso Ellis still moving it rather slowly, and Taylor pops wide open in the middle, and a turnaround jump shot good. Billy Taylor's first 2 points tonight.
Boy, he is fundamentally sound. His father, Dennis, was a very good basketball player at Northern Illinois. Good training from his dad and good high school training. He is fundamentally sound.
Milko Levers using an arm to hold Ross off. Misses the shot. LaFonso rebound to Bennett. And it's going to be a blocking foul against Paul Burke of LaSalle. He just didn't give Bennett time to get set. You've got to give him a step after he catches the ball. And Neubauer didn't.
Yep. Now, we said they can't depend on any inside help, Notre Dame's inside players. So Ross and Ellis are playing one-on-one inside because they got to protect the three-point shooters. There's Ellis getting his 5th rebound on the other side.
Ellis down low on the baseline. Bennett. Sweet. That's not quick enough. They're going to have to move the ball faster to get somebody open. Now Bennett.
Now the other thing is, well, go ahead, Fred, go ahead.
Sweet shot won't go, and the rebound to Randy Wood. And up come the Explorers. They want to run it this time. Wood's going to pull up and fire and get it. A 2 from the top of the circle for Randy Woods, his 4th point of the night. The Irish had an 11-4 run going. Now they're down by a point.
When the ball is on, now look where Bennett is. Look where Bennett is on your screen. He should be moving way in there, way up, so that when they reverse the ball, Fred, he's got just a baby jump shot.
Billy Taylor for the second time, shaking open in the circle, and Bennett was sitting out there looking for him and found him in a hurry. Got rid of the ball to him, and Notre Dame back up by 1. Now we got a seesaw ball game going at the Civic Center in Philadelphia. Billy Taylor 2 for 3 from the field so far tonight. Burke to Levers. Ross all over him that far out on the floor, guarding a center that closely. There's Hurd with a turnaround jump shot. No, LaFonso is 6th rebound, and he's fouled. The 2nd on Milko Levers, and the 5th on LaSalle. The Irish have committed 7 already. Half a dozen rebounds. LaFonso Ellis, he has the 5 points in the ball game, but he has the 6 rebounds.
Young man is 9th in the country in rebounding, averaging 11 plus a game, and you can see why. When that comes off of that defensive glass, he has great reaction to that glass.
Elmer Bennett. Damon Sweet. Elmer Bennett. Sweet backs out. Now Sweet dumps it right in the middle to Billy Taylor, and he has it taken away. Knocked out of there by Burke. Picked up by Hurd. And Burke on the run-up. A tough shot. Paul Burke able to hesitate, lean back in the air, and still knock the shot down, and LaSalle goes up by a point. Damon Sweet, LaFonso Ellis, try to get it in the middle. Taylor knocked loose by Hurd. Hurd with a crossover dribble at midcourt, wants to take the drive and misses. And here comes Damon Sweet, and the Irish come up running. Bennett for the win. Hook shot, no, and the rebound to Milko Levers. Double team and gets it out of there. Picked up by Jeff Neubauer. And the shot good by Blitz Wooten.
Very smart by Neubauer, Fred, because as soon as he saw the double team there, he knew they had the numbers, and he got it up and got it right into the right person's hands.
First 2 points for Blitz Wooten, a 6'7" freshman from Trenton, New Jersey, across the river.
Just really filled that lane well and put himself in a position to score.
Billy Taylor's shot misses off the baseline. Paul Burke, a long pass and picked up nicely by Hurd. He's fouled. That was some pass from Burke through traffic, over the top of the traffic, actually, to Jack Hurd. And Hurd was fouled. He'll go to the line, a 6'6" senior.
Watch this now. There is the nice pass right there. See how he filled the lane? Right over there and put it in a position where he could really handle it and get it up on the glass, but had the contact out on the floor, not underneath. Notre Dame has really gotten out of sync the last 3 or 4 minutes offensively, Fred. They are really not in any kind of a rhythm right now, and that's been one of their problems. They haven't been able to be consistent for that 40 minutes, which is what you've got to do.
Billy Taylor and Elmer Bennett come out of the ballgame for Notre Dame. Brooks Boyer is in, and Carl Cozen back in for the Irish. 3-point lead LaSalle, and make it 4 as Jack Hurd hits his first free throw attempt of the night. 76% free throw shooter. He has 14 points in this contest. He's averaging 17 a game, and he has this one off to a great start. And the short with a try, and Ellis claims another rebound. 7 for LaFonso. Now Brooks Boyer at midcourt. Got to be a third baseman. Got to be a third baseman. And as well.
You did ask him about that, right?
I said it's shortstop, but I'll play third. I'll play third. He was named after Brooks Robinson. Damon Sweet, oh, nice move. He just fussed Burke, but then the shot wouldn't fall and rebounded by Jack Hurd. But what a nice move. That will win some ball games for you if you keep going at it. Look at Hurd. Three is in and out. Tough shooting look for Jack Hurd, and now a foul is going to be called on Blitz Wooden of LaSalle, his first. Ellis with another rebound. Let's go back to the end of the play. Paul Burke, I guess, got the foul. There's the end of that play. Now we have a break here with 3:33 left in our first half. LaSalle leading Notre Dame by 4 at 29-25. First half, 7 points has been the biggest lead. We're at the Civic Center in Philadelphia. LaSalle up by 4 right now as we approach the end of the first half. Our next television game, Missouri Notre Dame. On Thursday, January 22nd, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Boy, Missouri playing well. Got beat for the first time last night. January 23rd. Missouri Notre Dame from the Joyce Athletic and Convocation Center. At halftime, we're going to talk to this man, Coach Jimmy Black, in his first year on the Notre Dame campus. Boy, what an outstanding young guy and young coach he is. And what a basketball background. Jack Hurd off the steal. Got it. Oh, what a first half he has had. 16 points for Jack Hurd, a 6'6 senior.
Rather obvious you don't want that to happen after a timeout, right?
Now 31-25, LaSalle by 6 now. LaFonso Ellis drops it down to the baseline, and Bennett's fadeaway jumper on the rim won't fall. John Ross saves the rebound. He's got Bennett wide open off the baseline and too strong with the try. Rosen fighting for the rebound, can't come up with it. Now Burke for LaSalle, the Explorers by 6. Hurd wanted a shot out there, and Ross shut him down nicely. A 7-0 run by LaSalle. Now Ross knocks the ball loose. Cozen goes to the floor. He's tied up, and the possession arrow belongs to LaSalle. It'll be Explorer basketball. Look at the possession arrow. That one belongs to Salle. Look, can you see the red hat in the corner there? That is Bob McKee, who has done over 2,400 games as the official stats guy here in Philadelphia. They got the hat from Dr. Naismith. The hat has gone over 2,400 games, I'll tell you. That hat has been in and out of style about 5 times in its history. I don't believe that shot. Randy Woods buried a long 3 while falling backwards. He now has 7 points. And look out, LaSalle is up by 9. A 10-0 run now for the Explorers, and a careless foul by Randy Woods out front, a little too eager to come up with a steal. Second foul on Randy Woods.
This guy has unbelievable range. I've watched enough tapes on LaSalle, and that's nothing. Honest to God, Fred, he'll take some shots before this game is over that will probably have you jumping right out of your seat. But that was a case of a little too late in reacting. There are anticipators and reactors, and you win with anticipators and lose with reactors, and he was just a step too slow.
Malik Russell's free throw attempt is good. He'll have another coming. First point for the 6'7 freshman from Brooklyn. Now Damon Sweet is in. Brooks Boyer back out for Notre Dame. Malik Russell seeing his first action. Went to Poly Prep High School in Brooklyn.
He'll have a homecoming at the Garden on Saturday against North Carolina. Young man has a ton of ability, Fred.
Can't quite knock the free throw down, and the rebound to LaSalle. The Explorers by 8. 2:23 left in the first half. Important 2:24 for the Irish. Or Ron Hollow blocked and rejected in there nicely by LaFonso Ellis. Bennett in traffic is going to have to reset the dribble and now kick it off on the wing. Damon Sweet. LaFonso has a man posted. Now they get help in there. His shot won't go. The rebound, no. The rebound, yes. LaFonso with 3 tries knocks it down, and the Irish back within 6.
You don't succeed, try again. That's a perfect example. That time he didn't kick it out. He kept it in there and created some action.
Boy, he posted his man, and he got help immediately. Oh, look at Empty Woods. The game's not that easy.
How about the release? How about the release?
Well, it took him a long time to shoot. Yeah. 9 points now for Randy Woods, 36-28.
Felt like leather, right, shooters?
Oh, boy, yeah. 7 points now for LaFonso Ellis and 8 rebounds for him. Now Bennett, John Ross. Damon Sweet. What a move he put on, and now the double team. The ball knocked loose, but picked up by Bennett. The shot, no. Oh, rebound, LaFonso Ellis. That was his 9th rebound of the ball game, and a very tough one. He lost the ball in traffic, but what an effort.
Boy, that's what you call a great reaction to the offensive glass, and just lost control of it when he went to put it down on the floor.
Butch Wooten out of the ball game now for LaSalle. Back in the ball game now is Jack Hurd. I mentioned Hurd trying a three a while ago. It wasn't Hurd. It was Newbauer.
I'll tell you, Speedy didn't get hurt when he had the 3 freshmen on the floor at one time, did he?
They gave him some nice minutes. They're led by 8 points right now.
Absolutely they did.
Just 59 seconds left in the half, and Randy Woods is going to take the drive, and he got that one down. He missed 2 drive shots earlier, but he's rolling now.
Got the clear out, and Elmer Bennett didn't force him back into the middle of the floor where he could get some help. It was obvious what they were doing, and Bennett just didn't read it.
LaSalle is open a 10-point lead here as we approach halftime. 40 seconds left in the half. Damon Sweet. LaFonso Ellis. Elmer Bennett. 29 seconds left in the half. 22 on the shot clock. Malik Russell back outside Bennett. 17 on the shot clock.
John McLeod just said, open it up. Open it up. They'll stay right in that zone, I'll tell you that. And as soon as they start to drive, you watch the wingmen in the zone come out here and try to put the pressure on.
4 on the shot clock. Sweet for 3 from the deep corner. No. Malik Russell got by with a shove and comes up with a rebound. The shot won't go. And the rebound to her at midcourt. Lost the handle. Now fires for 3, and it doesn't drop. We are at halftime at the Civic Center in Philadelphia, and LaSalle, with a good finish to that first half, has opened up the biggest lead of the game, a 38-28 advantage as John McLeod heads for the locker room of the Irish. His team down by 10. We'll be back. To LaSalle, as you saw, in a 10-point ball game. So Notre Dame's Matt Mission in the second half shoot it better, take care of the basketball, and hope that things can work themselves out now. Being down 10 on the road is not much fun, but this is a little bit of a neutral arena. That this has not been LaSalle's home court until this year here in the Civic Center.
You're right. Now, one other point as we look at these stats, Fred, and remember I've said to you in the stand-up, Elmer Bennett has got to be productive, and right now he has got just 2 points, 1 of 8 from the field. That cannot happen. Now, everybody knows he doesn't feel comfortable playing the point guard. He'd rather play the 2 position, but he's been playing that point, and he just has to get that consistency back and give them the scoring that they need.
The Irish starting lineup the same as it was to begin the ball game, with Ellis, Taylor, Tower, Bennett, and Sweet out there, and LaSalle opening the same way as they did with Holland, Hurd, Levers, Newbauer, and Woods. Jack Hurd with 16 points, Randy Woods with 11, Damon Sweet with a dozen leading Notre Dame, LaFonso Ellis with 7. And with that big night on the boards already, he has 9 rebounds already, 4 off the offensive end.
Well,
here's the zone.
There it is.
Get him. Speedy is going to make him prove that you can beat the zone.
Absolutely.
That's Elmer Bennett popping off a baseline screen, but didn't take the shot. Now LaFonso in the middle had a knock loose and taken away by LaSalle. Ellis dives back in. The possession arrow belongs to LaSalle. Not a good first possession.
Interesting. Didn't you see a lot more movement in the first sequence right there from Notre Dame? And they weren't going to stand around against that zone.
And they had Bennett with a new cut off the baseline.
Yep, absolutely. They've done some new things offensively against the zone.
Now the Irish on defense. Ron Holland. They got some bodies in Philadelphia. St. Joe has Matty Duca's son over there, who's about the same size as John Holland and Salle. There's a foul going against Notre Dame. John McLeod with a mild ejection. Elmer Bennett's second personal foul, first team foul of the second half. There's John McLeod pitching very quietly with Jody Sylvester, but making a point. Look at Ron Holland use his side over the air ball from 4 feet away, and now a foul goes against Jack Hurd, the first on Hurd. Then some things went the Irish way. Maybe the luck will turn a little bit.
I'll tell you, right off of the 4 men that were lined at the free throw line, Randy Woods broke right in, and if he'd have gotten the ball up 1 split second sooner, they'd have broken down Notre Dame's out-of-bound defense.
Irish Go from here to New York to play North Carolina in Madison Square Garden. Look at Billy Taylor square up and shoot the jump shot. Is that pretty?
A lot of those zones are matchups, Fred, and I'm a firm believer that when people match up, you run your regular offense against that matchup, and that's what Notre Dame's doing right now. They're running their offense.
Running man offense, and inside it goes to Levers. Lost the handle. Ron Holland picked it up, and he's fouled. Count the basket. Ron Holland just got a garbage bucket for his 6th point of the night, and he will go to the free throw line as the loose ball situation goes to LaSalle this time.
Well, he knows he's up against a guy, Ellis, who's got 135 block shots. Now, here's a classic example of forcing the contact and finishing the shot. There's a guy that's 245 pounds going up against the 240-pound Ellis.
Did you see LaFonso come down with his hands behind his back, totally innocent of any wrongdoing, and got called? Anyway, he looked innocent coming down with his hands behind his back. 3-point play for LaSalle makes it 41-30. The Explorers by 11 now. That's the biggest lead in the game for either team.
Now look at the defense. Out of the zone and into the man-to-man.
Now they've gone to the man-to-man. First look Notre Dame's had at it tonight. To see how they adjust. Oh, Bennett off a double screen from Ellis and Towers. Ducked a 3. Elmer Bennett knocked it down.
No comparison in the Notre Dame offense the first 2 or 3 minutes here than the first 20 minutes in the first half.
LaFonso Ellis and Keith Towers set up quite a curtain for Bennett, and he stuck the 3, and it's an 8-point lead to LaSalle right now. Look at Ellis cover Ron Holland way outside. There's Randy Woods. Oh, what a shooter he is. A fadeaway 3. He has 14 points. And now we've got a walking call against Notre Dame in backcourt. The Irish turn it over. John McLeod looking on with some concern. Assistant coach is on the other side. There's Speedy Morris, the LaSalle coach. 12 turnovers Notre Dame, only 4 LaSalle.
Been a real bugaboo for Notre Dame. They were turning it over a lot early in the year and not shooting well, and I guess that's a pretty bad. Nice combination. Boy, what a great backdoor, Fred.
16 points now for Randy Wood. Notre Dame was minus 42 in the turnover department coming into the game. And John McLeod wants to stop this right here. He is down 13 points at the onset of the second half. The biggest lead of the ball game to LaSalle. And John McLeod gets timeout with 17:53 left in the game to talk about it.
Elmer Bennett came out to take the 3-point shot away from him. Very good move on Randy Woods' part. He just simply backdoored him, and they gave him the pass right where he had to have it.
Notre Dame's going to have to find a way to slow him down now. He got hot at the finish of the first half and now has 16 points. LaSalle now with 20 points off turnover. Notre Dame only 4 off turnovers.
That is a big statistic right there.
The turnover has not been kind to the Irish so far tonight. Now they have big work to do. They're down 13, and we'll see LaSalle back in the zone.
Sure, right back in the zone.
Billy Taylor, they gave him one look at the man-to-man. Billy Taylor gets double team, picks up the dribble. Dangerous pass picked off by Jack Bird. And gets the bucket at the other end. Jack Bird has 18, and LaSalle up by 15 points now.
First principle of offense, Fred, take the ball to the action. You can't make that pass in any kind of a game across the court.
Now LaSalle has hit Notre Dame with an 8-0 run, just what the Irish did not want. Damon Sweets. Alfonso Ellis, there's Bennett, wide open, has a 3-point try on the way and good. Elmer Bennett hits his second 3 of the second half. He has 8 points tonight. It's going to take a few threes to get the Irish back in it. They're down by 12. Milko Liebers with the basketball. Neubauer to Hurd. Shot no, and Alfonso Ellis rebound and kicks it out in a hurry to Sweet. He and Billy Taylor 2-on-2, and Sweet's going to back it out.
Very good judgment. 2-on-2. Look for the trailers. Get it out. Get into your offense.
Billy Taylor, nice dish to the baseline, and Alfonso Ellis open inside for his 9th point. Nice pass that time. 10-point lead, LaSalle. Long way to go. 16:20 left in the game. See if the Irish can put a run together here. Neubauer had it taken away by Damon Sweet. He grabbed Sweet's jersey and nobody saw it, but that's all right. It worked out for Elmer Bennett at the other end, and he has 10. Did you see Neubauer grab Damon Sweet's jersey?
When they get Sweet playing defense like that, you know he's in the system. That hasn't been one of his strong points, but give him credit. he caused the turnover and the 2 points.
Randy Woods goes to work, and he's blocked down in there by Keith Tower. Out of bounds to LaSalle, but the Irish beginning to step up the pace on defense, down by 8 points now.
Very good point, Fred, because they're playing with a lot more intensity on the defensive end.
That's a little too easy right there, but Ron Holland missed the shot. Ellis made him change it. Rebounded Tower. 7-0 run for Notre Dame, and they're looking for more. Sweet for 3. No. Strong rebound Tower, and he got the stick back. 9-0 run for Notre Dame, and the Irish within 6 of LaSalle.
Speedy's going to get one now. You talk about a good timeout. That's a 9-0 run after the timeout practically by McLeod. Speedy's seen enough.
The Irish bench excited. They fought their way back in it here in Philadelphia. And this timeout comes with 15:29 left in the... His hit from the outside 3 times, 2 of them 3-point goals. Look at the first half shooting Notre Dame, and now the second half.
They're capable of doing it, Fred. They were 16 of 18 at one point against Kentucky in the second half.
Tell you what, the coaches felt they played well at Kentucky, didn't shoot well. If they said if they could have shot the ball well, it would have been a much different kind of a game. And
never forced turnover.
And Notre Dame's is playing better right now at both ends of the floor. A lot of Irish fans here in the Civic Center in Philadelphia. Speedy Morris really getting into it now. He's starting to get disheveled. He's feeling okay, Jim. We ought to mention again. He had some chest pains a week ago. I know a lot of people were rather frightened by it, but he was checked out thoroughly. They say he's okay, and he says he feels much better. So that's great news. Damon Sweet hops off the screen. The jumper won't fall. Look at LaFonso Ellis. Strong effort. Sweet's got another try. No. Billy Taylor with a step back. Power had a hand on it. Couldn't get it out of there. And now he's going to foul Ron Holland. But what an effort by Notre Dame. And keep that up and you'll be in the ball.
That's it. That is great reaction to the offensive glass. I sense that the LaSalle players, watch, Fred, I sense that Ron Holland and Milko Lever kind of standing a little bit, watching, ball watching. And you've got Tower and you've got Taylor and you've got Ellis really getting active.
Third personal foul on Tower tonight. But what an effort he made, and he's really putting forth the effort on that board. And now they try to take it down inside, and a foul is going to go, a hooking foul against LaSalle Notre Dame basketball.
Yep.
Jack Hurd's second foul.
Jack Hurd they were playing good post defense against him inside. Watch him force away now. Watch the contact. See that? That was one of the points of emphasis that they were going to try to clean that post play up.
The Irish down 6 with a basketball. Randy Woods putting pressure on Bennett. Ellis turns and faces the basket. Now Billy Taylor. Now Damon Sweet. Tower wanted to go inside out. Takes the jumper instead and knocks it down. Keith Tower has 6. And the Irish within 4 with 14:19 to play. Notre Dame has made a run after being down by 15. Better forced turnover. Damon Sweet pressured the turnover on the far side.
Boy, that's about 3 out of the last 4 possessions for LaSalle, Fred, that they have not gotten a shot at the basket, and Notre Dame has done it defensively.
14 minutes and 7 seconds left in the ball game. Bennett off a screen from Tower. Great fake, got Woods in the air, and the shot is good. And a 2-point deficit now for Notre Dame. 10 second half points for Elmer Bennett.
Little 2-on-2 basketball out front with Tower providing the screen for him. He got Woods off his feet and canned it.
13-0 run for the Irish. They're down 2. Randy Woods getting pressure from Bennett. Fires a wild pass inside and out of bounds. It'll be Notre Dame basketball. Or are they going to change it? Jody Sylvester saying, no, it was tipped by Notre Dame. It's going to be LaSalle ball. Look at Speedy Morris saying, think, think, think. There's the Irish run in the last 3.5 minutes. Some come back for Notre Dame. They're still down 2. We've got a long way to go. John McLeod
having a conversation. He had the ball, and the official couldn't get the ball for him.
And now a foul on Damon Sweet on the inbounds pass. His first foul of the night. Team fouls so far in the second half. Notre Dame 4, LaSalle 2. Jack Hurd will handle the inbounds pass right by John McLeod. You saw him talking to Billy Taylor. Woods fires in a hurry. A little bit too strong. Bennett tipped it. Couldn't control it. Great save by Sweet. But back to Ron Holland. Saving inbounds at the defensive end of the court. And Ron Holland got his 9th point out of it.
Exactly what we talked about earlier. Never throw that basketball back in under your own basket. He threw it right to Holland.
Ellis, where there's some contact in the lane. Taylor couldn't come up with a pass. He was knocked off balance in there and picked up by LaSalle. Now Randy Woods in the lane is fouled. I believe they got Damon Sweet, and that'll be his second foul.
Notre Dame got out of sequence, got out of sync on that last sequence down here, Fred. A bad entry past number 1, and Billy Taylor did not move to meet the basketball number 2. He had the guy sealed off, and he should have moved to meet the ball.
Now we've got a foul on the inbounds play. I believe it's Milko Levers. It is, and that will be his third personal foul. And LaSalle with a bad foul. They were playing the ball inbounds when he committed his third foul. And so the Irish down 4 get a foul. Notre
Dame has picked up the tempo of the game, but it's also gotten to be a lot rougher game since they picked up the tempo.
Billy Taylor, Bennett. Down it comes Ellis. He tangles the Levers low. The shot won't fall. The tip try no. Loose ball picked up by Notre Dame's LaFonso Ellis. 3-point try. Good by Elmer Bennett. His third tray of the second half. 13 in the second half for Bennett. 15 in the game. And a 1-point lead to LaSalle with 12:42 to play.
Not bad when you were 1 of 8 in the first 20 minutes, right?
He has really come back. You said at halftime, Elmer Bennett had to get going, and he has with 13 second half points. Foul call on Bennett. That will be his third personal foul, and now you got Bennett with 3 with 12:30 left in the game, and he's going to have to be a little bit careful for a while, and they're going to have somebody else on Randy Woods.
Be interesting to see if he switches off on that, because boy, when he's having the hot hand with 13 points already in the first 8 minutes, no way you want to get that guy a 4th foul.
Hurd.
He's guarding Burke right now.
Levers wants the jump shot. Off balance try, won't go. Good defense in the post by Tower. Up comes Notre Dame. Bennett's an open court. Nice stage to Taylor, and he got hammered by Paul Burke, the freshman from Philadelphia, his second foul.
Not bad by Elmer Bennett, Fred. And here's why I'm going to say that. One of the best alley-oop combinations in the country right here is Bennett and Sweet. They've been doing it for 4 years, and Sweet can jump out. See him on the wing? Now, Bennett saw the player coming up right on his left-hand side, Billy Taylor, kind of faked the alley-oop, put the ball right in the hands of Billy Taylor. That's pretty good execution.
Billy Taylor on the line has 6 points tonight. The freshman from Aurora, Illinois, West High School. LaSalle has Blitz Wooten in the game now, replacing Milko Levers. Taylor hits the free throw. He has 7 points.
He looks like a basketball player, doesn't he, or is it me?
He really does. He does. He really does.
He just, and I was glad to hear you say that at the shoot-around today, because, boy, he just looks like a quality basket, and he does it effortlessly, and that's what I like.
And John Ross replaces Keith Tower now for Notre Dame. Billy Taylor with a chance to put the Irish in front after they fell behind by 15 early in the second half. We still have 12-17 to play in this game.
That timeout that John McLeod took won't be many more important than that.
Very good point. He stopped the LaSalle run and started one of his own.
Yep, stop the bleeding in a hurry.
Irish up by 1, their first lead since 25-24.
First full court pressure of the night.
That's Randy Woods' try. It won't go. And suddenly he is cooled off, and Hurd hasn't been heard from much in the second half. He has 2 second-half points. So the Irish have shut down that 2-pronged attack from LaSalle, and they've got one of their own going. Bennett, Damon Sweet, LaFonso Ellis. Ellis has been a real force on the boards tonight.
Man-to-man again. Now this is where you take your time and try to break them down. Break that defense down.
John Ross. Damon Sweet, Elmer Bennett, 17 left on the shot clock for Notre Dame. Irish leading by a point with 11:32 to play. Now 10 on the shot clock. LaFonso Ellis in heavy traffic has it taken away by Blitz Wooten for LaSalle.
Triple team, Fred. Had to kick the ball back out. You just can't go 1-on-3.
Randy Woods for LaSalle. By the way, Damon Sweet is guarding Randy Woods now. Bennett is not on him at the moment.
No, he's on Paul Burke.
There's Randy Woods in the lane in the shot. Good tough shot, Randy Woods. Not much you can do about that. He has 18 points now on the night, and LaSalle by 1. Now Notre Dame has made the long run. Now you don't want to just sort of relax and fall back. This is when you have to keep the pressure on for a while.
How many times have you seen that happen, right? Boy, people expend so much energy, get to that point, and then all of a sudden you just relax just for a second. Then that other team gets that momentum going, and boy, then you're in trouble again. Let's see if it happens.
Keith Tower replaces John Ross, who sits down by his twin Joe. Elmer Bennett got a screen from Tower and got it right back to him, and the shot, no. Tower couldn't get the shot down inside. Now Burke up court. Randy Wood. Great dish on the far side. The three is good from the Tiki Colombo. His first points of the night, the freshman from Zaire. A 4-point lead LaSalle now with 10:15 left in this game. And Notre Dame needs to get it restarted. Bennett, great move, great dish. LaFonso slams it home. Oh, what a move and a pass from Bennett.
Boy, that's great. That's really being unselfish. He had a wide open jump shot, but he caught the Fonz right out of the corner of his eye.
And maybe that'll jumpstart the Irish offense again. 55-53 LaSalle. Behind the back dribble, spin move, off-balance shot, no, strong rebound Tower. Here come the Irish hunting the tie. Long pass, Billy Taylor working, and a great dish to Sweet's foul and count the bucket. The game is tied, and Damon Sweet will go to the line for Notre Dame.
Boy, pretty good presence of mind by the freshman right there. He knew he was in a crowd. There wasn't much room to make any kind of a pass at all. Right here, look at, you got 6 players standing right there, but he did get the ball. He had the presence of mind to get it to Sweet at just the right time. If he'd have waited longer, Fred, he'd have taken any opportunity away from Sweet to get the ball up on the glass.
First foul on Colombo. Sweet now with 14 points and 7 rebounds. 14 for 16 at the free throw line this year. And the Irish are back in front by a point. Well, that's what you like to see. Make the run, get the lead, lose it, come right back and reestablish the lead again. That's big for Notre Dame. Now 9:35 left in the contest. Burke to Bron Holland. Tower cover him outside, and Holland's going to take the left-handed drive, and a foul is going to be called. He missed the shot. Tower got a little too aggressive that time.
Boy, very good judgment on Bron Holland's part. He's a senior. He's got that instinct. He knew Tower came out and really overplayed him on the high side. He had no weak side help. Now watch, look at, he had no weak side help because they were starting to run their offense and set some screens for Woods. And boy, Holland saw the break and he took it.
Ron Holland, a 6'8" senior from Bangor, Pennsylvania. 13 for 15 at the line this year. Good free throw shooter, and that one got a lot of rim and went anyway. 9 points and 5 rebounds tonight for Bron Holland. 10 is his season high here at LaSalle. We're tied at 56. And still tied at 56. Ellis outlet off that rebound to Damon Sweet. Just touched it and got rid of it. Tower down low. They're going to work it to LaFonso Ellis, and he's fouled. No, they're going to call it a turnover. No foul call. Excuse me.
Boy, and credit that to Paul Burke. As soon as that ball is going into Ellis, Fred, they are double and triple teaming. Burke got over there, and he distracted Ellis, and that's what caused the turnover.
I like the theory, though. Pounded in there, too.
Oh, boy, absolutely.
Ron Holland working inside with a soft hook won't fall, and Ellis tangled up with Keith Tower. They all hit the deck. It's a jump ball. It'll be Notre Dame basketball. 14 rebounds for LaFonso Ellis. There's our man with the red hat and the possession arrow. Love the hat. The Irish so far have survived 16 turnovers. They have forced only 9. But Notre Dame with the 56 all tie. There are the turnovers. 16 Notre Dame, only 9 LaSalle. Look at the points off turnovers. 16-point bulge to LaSalle, but still the game tied at 56.
One thing to get that turnover, the other part of it is, what do you do to convert it? That's the bottom line.
Damon Sweet, now LaFonso Ellis. Turnaround jumper, Bennett. Oh, what nice work by number Bennett. What a great second half he's having. 12 in the second half, 14 in the ball game. Make it 15 in the second half and 17 in the ball game for Bennett. Addition got bad there for a moment. 17 for Bennett and a 2-point lead Notre Dame. Randy Woods, long 3-point try. No strong rebound. Keith Tower for Notre Dame. Irish up 2 with the basketball. Billy Taylor alone on the baseline. Short with the try, and he fouled Bron Holland. Billy Taylor picked up his 3rd foul. What was it, Ellis?
No, I think Billy Taylor.
I thought they got Billy Taylor.
Right.
He came flying in after the shot.
You're right, Fred, and he had the right idea. If he had just waited until Bron Holland pulled that ball down, he might have had a chance of doing something with it, but it was a good instinct to a missed shot.
3rd foul on Billy Taylor. Keith Tower has 3. Elmer Bennett has 3, and we still have 8:30 left to play in this game. Ron Holland 2 for 3 at the line tonight. Will go back there. Transferred from St. Bonaventure to LaSalle. That is a strong-looking fellow right there.
He's an 86% free throw shooter. They're shooting as a team 74% from the free throw line. They've got some good free throw shooters.
Speedy Morris, the LaSalle coach. Coached high school basketball, women's basketball here. He has really paid his dues.
I want to say something about the assistant, Joe Mahalik, who's right next to him. He took the Iona game last Saturday when Speedy checked himself into the hospital. That guy's 1-0, the only undefeated coach in Division I basketball.
We're tied at 58. Bennett, great penetration, jump shot. Good. Elmer Bennett's taking it over. 17 in the second half, 19 in the game for Elmer Bennett, and the Irish lead by 2 with 8:08 left in the game. Good turnover, near turnover, but Randy Woods saved it and knocked down a 3. Big break that time for LaSalle.
That's the good news, bad news, isn't it?
It is 21 now for Randy Woods, and that was simply a break for LaSalle. The ball bounced their way, and the Explorers have a 1-point lead with 7:48 to play. LaSalle in that zone. Billy Taylor, LaFonso Ellis off a tower screen. Good. LaFonso Ellis has 13 points. Good ball work, Notre Dame.
Boy, no comparison between the first 20 minutes and the second 13.
John McLeod has really adjusted his club and turned it around here in the second half. After he went down by 15, and Ron Holland got open and stuck it. 14 points for Ron Holland, his season high. LaSalle by 1. 7:12 left in the game. Damon Sweet. Billy Taylor running the baseline, picks up the pass in the corner, but no shot there. Now Tower, right back outside Sweet. 21 on the shot clock. Plenty of time for Notre Dame. Billy Taylor works open on the baseline, short with a try. Tower, strong rebound, couldn't get it, got it back, tried it again and got it. Keith Tower hanging in there with a stick back. He has 8 points, and the Irish up 1.
That's what they need. See, you said he's got 8 points. That's all they need. 8 or 10 points out of Keith Tower. Interesting that Neubauer and Jack Hurt are still on the bench for LaSalle.
And a turnover. The Irish will have the ball in a 1-point lead when we come back. 6:35 left in the game, and we have a timeouts on hand here tonight. They've been all over the country, I guess, with Notre Dame. There's Jerry West in a multicolored sweater.
I found it very interesting that he refused to play one-on-one with you before this game. Really.
He said he's got all the money he needs right now. Let's go back to action. There's LaFonso off a good Tower screen.
You bet.
Knocking the shot down there. About a dozen scouts on hand here watching this basketball game tonight.
Yeah, it had 11 of them at the Forum in Los Angeles watching the other night.
LaFonso Ellis back on court. He's had a strong night. Look at the shoes and the shorts now, the black shoes and the baggy shorts. Jim Gibbons, if 5 years ago somebody said to a college player, you got to wear those shoes and those shorts, it said, I'm transferring, coach.
You bet.
I'm out of here. I'm not going to do that. Well, now they're going to be their age.
They are. Don't ask me why.
To everything, there is a season. We could all just stayed in black high-top Chucks. They didn't have to go through all those changes. Get it to Sweet. 64-63 Irish. They got LaFonso low, and he is triple teamed and fouled. Oh, does he draw? Actually, there were 4 guys there. Milko Levers arrived late.
See, as soon as that ball goes into him, Fred, he's got to have the peripheral vision to see if they're dropping right away. If they are, then even before he catches that thing, he's got to kick it back out. The outside people then, when the defense starts to rush out, as you said, that's when you make your move forward. There's no way they can stop and guard you.
14 points for LaFonso Ellis tonight, and he's had a monster night on the boards for the Irish. Now a 2-point lead to Notre Dame. 14 points, 14 rebounds for LaFonso Ellis so far in this game. Another double-double, his 6th of the year. And now Notre Dame with a 3-point lead. Biggest margin they've had in the second half. They led by 5 once in the first half, and now we're down to 6:05 left in the game. Neubauer, blitz Wooten. Oh, they've got Hurt all alone, and a shot off the front of the rim. Rebound Wooten and a fadeaway jump shot. Good. That is a big bucket for the freshman from Trenton, New Jersey. His 4th point of the night, and a 1-point lead to Notre Dame. You can trade baskets with him, though. It's fine. Irish up 1 with 5:38 left in the game.
Just so they're not making 3-pointers.
Billy Taylor, and he walked. Turnover, charge Notre Dame, their 17th turnover of the night. Now LaSalle with a chance to regain the lead. Tell you what they've made up for the turnovers is on the boards. Look at the rebound margin. Notre Dame plus 16 on the boards. Look at the offensive rebounds, plus 9. They've had some second chances. Randy Woods in heavy traffic. Oh, what a shot by Randy Woods. And he's fouled. What are you going to do about that?
Boy, when he turns it up a notch or two with his quickness, Fred, watch. Now, he saw the fines. Look at him shift that basketball. He got the right arm out there. Watch him get the right arm to get Ellis away. Watch him now. Look at the left. Boy, that is a great replay, and that's great action.
Third foul on LaFonso Ellis. And Notre Dame basketball, the Irish down 1 with 5 minutes, 13 seconds left in the game. Feel like this is a big possession now for Notre Dame.
You bet. We kind of thought this was going to be a good one, didn't we, Fred?
Well, and it is going to be. It looks like it's going to go to the wire now. Sweet. They got Ellis inside again, and a tough 2 for LaFonso. Almost spoke too soon. I thought it was going to roll out of there. But he's the go-to guy now, and they're going to him. 17 for LaFonso Ellis to go with his big nut on the boards. 14 rebounds. Irish up 1. Look out, Randy Woods. That shot missed. And with a hot hand, Semley's missed a couple of shots now. And Notre Dame up 1 with the basketball. Bennett, they left him alone, and he sticks a 3. Elmer Bennett with a great second half here in Philadelphia tonight. His 4th 3 of the second half. 20 in the second half, 22 in the ball game for Elmer Bennett, and a 4-point lead to Notre Dame with 4:20 to play.
I think the only guy that can really hurt you is the guy with the ball. Like Fred and everybody on LaSalle ran away from Bennett.
Wilco Lieberst. Randy Woods almost lost it, but he's got it back, and the layup is good, and he's fouled. Count the bucket. Well, here's something. Randy Woods will go to the line again.
I get the impression right now, Fred, that Randy Woods is going to take this basketball game over. He's going to have to win this game for LaSalle. Jackie Hurt is not back in sync. He was in it the first 10 minutes or so, but he hasn't been in sync about the last 20 minutes of this game, and Woods knows that all that responsibility is on his shoulder.
Ron Holland back in for LaSalle. And Randy Woods misses another free throw and a foul called on Hurt. You know, you mentioned him being out of sync, and you mentioned a while ago off the air during the commercial that Hurt has been sitting on the bench for quite some time.
He has, and he got up and he asked if he could go back in that basketball game. I saw Neubauer get up when Paul Burke turned the ball over because they needed to get Neubauer in because his assist-to-turnover ratio is spectacular. 1 turnover only about every 40 minutes last year. So they needed him to run that offense, but I was surprised that he got him back in there.
Keith Towers' first free throw attempt of the night. He's 5 for 7 on the season, has 8 points tonight and 7 rebounds. And got it. And the Irish lead by 3 with 4:07 to play on the road here at the Civic Center in Philadelphia tonight, trying to get their 2nd straight win on the road before they head on in down the pike to New York and the Garden to tangle with North Carolina. Little strong with a try. LaFonso had him screened out, but he's going to be called for a foul. He was backing Randy Woods and Milko Lieberst out of there. And Ellis just picked up his 4th foul with 4:06 left in the game. Now he has 4 and Billy Taylor has 4. So the Irish have foul problems with 4 minutes to play.
That is really ironic. I wish I had said something. On the first free throw, Lieberst and the Fonz they had laid their bodies all over one another. And I was almost going to say, watch the action inside. Now let's see if the foul he did. He pushed off, I think, right there. Then Woods got him, but that was too late. They could have gotten Woods for over the back, but the Fonz did push off earlier. Good call.
Milko Lieberst. 1 for 3 at the line tonight. 64% shooter on the year. A 6'9" senior from Amsterdam in the Netherlands. John McLeod on the Irish bench. 4:06 left in the game. Notre Dame by 3. And now by 2 as they get the basketball back. No pressure from LaSalle. The Irish are going to bring it up slowly. Damon Sweet hits midcourt, picked up there by Jack Hurd. LaSalle has gone man-to-man. Billy Taylor dumps it inside the Tower. Inside out to Taylor. Look back at Tower, couldn't get him. 3:48 left in the game. Notre Dame with a 2-point lead. Now Homer Bennett, 20 seconds left on the shot clock, gets a screen from Tower, pops a three, in and out. A strong rebound by Damon Sweet, and he got the stick back. 17 for Damon Sweet. Notre Dame with a 4-point lead and 3:27 to play now. Well, what a comeback win this would be for the Irish. They were down by 15 in the second half. Randy Woods, Notre Levers working against Tower, and got it right back to Jack Hurd. The shot no, and the tip good. That might have been Levers that got the tip. No, it's Jack Hurd on the tip, and he got his 20th point of the ball game as they credit the bucket to Hurd. 74-72 Irish, 2:58 left in the game. Damon Sweet to the top of the circle. Takes the jump shot. Good. Damon Sweet racks up his 19th point of the night, and the Irish lead is 4. There you see the clock. And Speedy Morris wants a timeout. LaSalle wants to talk it over. Speedy Morris called this timeout. There you see the clock. 2:42 to play. Notre Dame up by 4 in Philadelphia.
20 points, huh? 22?
20 in the second half.
20 in the second half. 8 of 11 shooting. That's the one where, as I said, the only man with the ball that can hurt you is the guy that happens to have it. He had it.
You know, you talk about the 1-for-8 first half, Jim. There's an old adage that I've always loved in basketball about a shooter. If you're a shooter, shoot if you're hot, and if you're not hot, shoot till you get hot. Well, it's going to happen sooner or later.
And that's exactly right, because I'm convinced, Fred, that most coaches feel if you're going to stop shooting, you might as well sit.
You can't get hot and not
Exactly,
shooting.
Absolutely.
So there's Bennett, who has gotten hot in the second half. 20 points. Rebound margin now. Notre Dame out rebounding LaSalle 41-23. They've had 15 offensive boards, have the Irish. And a 4-point lead, 2:35 to play. Bron Holland, backdoor cut to Randy Wood. And he missed the deuce, and Tower has the rebound. And he's fouled by Randy Woods. Oh, he missed the easy two.
The exact same play that they set up in the first half that we showed as a first half replay, where Holland comes out high. They're going to try to think that Woods is going to take the three-pointer. He backdoored Sweet again. Sweet completely lost him, and he was wide open on the layup.
What's the coach to do?
Oh, boy. Those are the kind that really kill you, you know? That's as close as you can get and as good a play as you can get at that point in the basketball game.
Free throw good. Keith Tower, he's 2 for 3 on the line, has 10 points in this contest, and the Irish up by 5, matching their biggest lead of the night.
Obviously, he hits this one, Fred. That's a 4-point turnaround at this stage with 2:30 on the clock.
Big night, Keith Tower. Big turnaround it is. 4-point swing. And the Irish with their biggest lead of the game at 78-72. 2:27 to play. Ball in the hands of Randy Woods. The offensive machine for LaSalle. After Lionel Simmons, Randy Woods took it over.
1-4 setup. They're going to let him play one-on-one out of the 1-4. Great block.
Damon Sweet with a block. LaSalle gets it back, but they're in trouble, and the Irish have it. Billy Taylor pinned on the sideline, and do we have timeout?
That's what he was trying to call.
Billy Taylor got the timeout. A big block from Damon Sweet, and then the Irish forced the turnover. And there's the Notre Dame bench.
Boy, now is that pretty good judgment on the part of a freshman? You know, especially when you're standing right in front of the coach, and if you don't do what he wants, you know you're in trouble.
Let's go back and pick up the big play by Damon Sweet on the block.
Watch. They're in a 1-4 setup right now. Now watch. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. He did reach in with the wrong hand there. He reached in with the right, which can cause body contact, but he has such great leaping ability, Fred, that he just got it up there and was able to time it, because, you know, they list Randy Woods as 6 feet in the basketball guide, but I don't think you're convinced of that, are you?
Not quite. Not quite that tall. One timeout left for each team. Let's do some housekeeping for you. One timeout left each team. Possession arrow belongs to LaSalle. 2:05 left in the game. Notre Dame up 6. Both teams in a 1-and-1. And in fact, Notre Dame has committed 10 fouls and LaSalle 8.
Yeah,
so LaSalle will shoot 2 from here.
That's what I was asking you earlier, if Notre Dame had the 10 fouls, because Anyone now is going to put LaSalle on that line for 2 shots. And as I said earlier, they're a 74% free throw shooting team.
Notre Dame coming back from a 15-point deficit to take the lead here. LaSalle, look at that when they've scored 70-plus points. Look at that record, 107-18. Well, they've scored 72 in this one. And the Irish have them down by a half dozen. And Notre Dame was down by 15 early in the second half. It was 48-33. The Irish have outscored them since then, 45-24. And Notre Dame basketball with 2:05 to play. That was like to run some clock and get a bucket here. Elmer Bennett met at midcourt by Randy Woods. And Bennett's got a drive, and Woods foul. No, there's a foul call. They not going to count the basket.
Nope, out on the floor.
The 4th foul on Randy Woods. He fouled him before he got to the bucket. So the foul on Randy Woods, his 4th and the 9th on LaSalle.
That's a pretty good matchup right here. Elmer Bennett can play very good one-on-one basketball. And you see, Randy Woods got screened just a little bit by his own man right there.
Elmer Bennett's free throw, all over the rim and then falls. His 23rd point of the night, his 21st of the second half, 7-point lead, Notre Dame. Second half for Elmer Bennett. Got them both. Big free throws for the Irish. 80-72 Notre Dame now. A minute 54 to play. Neubauer. No goal leavers.
Boy, Jack Hurd has really been quiet this half, Fred.
Did Lever swap? No, he kept the pivot foot on the floor. Now throws to Jack Hurd. Hurd dumps it off to Bron Holland. Blocked, and the 5th foul is going to go. Make it the 4th foul on Keith Tower. Now the Irish have 3 players with 4 fouls and a minute 36 to play.
Nice pass by Jack Hurd. He only has 4 points in this half. Only 4 points in this half. Watch. Boy, he saw the double team right there, and he got it right into Howland's hands. And Howland did just what he should have done with his body strength and his weight. Slam that thing up on that glass, hoping to get a chance for a 3-point opportunity.
You see John Ross check in and Keith Tower sit down with a minute 36 to play. And now in the ball game, Paul Burton for LaSalle has replaced Neubauer at the point. They put a freshman in. Bron Holland at the free throw line, 4 for 5 on the line tonight for the Explorers. 80-72 Notre Dame, a minute 36 to play, and a break for the Irish. Looking there at Blitz Wooten trying to check back in for LaSalle. He'll replace Bron Holland if he makes the free throw. And he does, and he does. Here's Blitz Wooten checking in, the 6'7" freshman from Trenton, New Jersey, a medical redshirt last year. And Bron Holland out of the game and not real happy.
He's going to give them a little better defensive pressure, I think, right here. Even though he is a freshman, probably has better leaping ability also.
Half-court pressure now from LaSalle. The Irish beat it with a minute 26 left on the clock. 80-73 Notre Dame. 31 on the shot clock. And Notre Dame not in a hurry right now.
Burn it. Get the ball in the hands of your good free throw shooters.
Randy Woods has 4 fouls.
That's a very good matchup. Very good with the 4 fouls, Fred.
18 seconds left on the shot clock. We'll see if they let Bennett take him. He does. Down the lane. And now tries to dish it and throws it away. Picked off by Burke for LaSalle. Knocked down by Damon Sweet. Ellis trying to save it. Throws it off the leg of a LaSalle player. It's Irish basketball.
What a
59 seconds to play.
Boy, that is great athletic ability, right? He was just about to go out of bounds, felt the pressure behind him, and slapped it right off the LaSalle player's knee.
Irish advantage. Now they get a new shot clock and only 54 seconds left in the game. Damon Sweet, LaFonso Ellis, John Ross hammered. And the Irish go to the line with only 49 seconds left in the game and a 7-point lead. The foul on Blitz Wooten, his 3rd.
That's exactly what John Ross should have done. I thought for a second he was going to bring that thing back out. Let's take a look at the save. This is really, I thought Sweet was going to get to this ball. Watch Sweet. I thought he was going to get to it before the Fonz got to it. Now watch Ellis. Watch. He sees Milko right behind him, bounces it right off of his knee.
And Ross missed the first free throw attempt. Still 49 seconds left in the game.
John's only had 6 attempts, 4 out of 6 coming into this game.
Comes back, gets the second, an 8-point lead to the Irish. Matches their biggest lead of the night. Only 47 seconds left to play. Oh boy, Lever set a pick on Damon Sweet. Randy Woods missed the drive. The tip good by Paul Burke. And now a whistle blowing. And a timeout called by LaSalle. That's their last timeout, and it comes with 40.5 seconds to play. Notre Dame will have a 6-point lead in the ball when we come back.
Let your
Irish up by 8 after being down by 15 in the second half. John Ross with the rebound is fouled. They will walk to the other end with 32 seconds to play. How about being down by 15 in the second half?
Boy.
And coming back now to lead by 8 with 32 seconds.
Absolutely amazing what they have done offense and defensively, right, Fred? And defensively.
I'm going to tell you what I bet's going to happen. With John McLeod at Notre Dame, the day will come when, just as in football, this school will win this game simply because it says Notre Dame on the front of their shirt. With this man as their coach.
Well, he's convinced that he's going to be able to do that. He knows it's going to be a painful process, and he keeps saying that, but if they give him time, as you said, he's going to get it done.
When you reach that stage where the name on your shirt makes you believe you're a winner, you're over the hump.
Yep, you are. And I guess I've been there 36 years, so I've seen it happen for a few years.
You know what? The other team can read that name on the front of your shirt, too. Just 29 seconds to play, and that name is going to mean winner here in Philadelphia tonight. A 10-point lead to the Irish, biggest lead of the night. Not much LaSalle can do about it now. Burton has a block by Ellis. Picked up inside by Hurd. The shot won't go. Let him go. Milko Levers got it down, but it took him too long, and now just 13 seconds left in the game. Irish play it in with an 8-point lead and a foul over in the corner. And that's going to be Randy Woods' 5th. And he is headed straight to the bench. Randy Woods will finish the night with 25 points. And getting an ovation even from the Notre Dame bench.
Yeah.
Maybe for leaving.
It almost sounds cruel to say that he didn't get his season's average when he's at 28. But boy, that's a whale of a game.
Got some tough shots down tonight. Billy Taylor walks to the line, just hit 2 big free throws. Has 10 points tonight, 9.3 seconds to play. I may never get used to putting the tenths on the seconds. So the Irish are going to walk away from here with their 2nd straight road win. And don't overlook the importance of this win here tonight. LaFonso Ellis comes out of the ball game. Boy, what a big night he had. 17 points, 15 rebounds for LaFonso Ellis tonight. Now into the ball game, Brooks Boyer for Notre Dame. Out comes Damon Sweet. Damon Sweet finishes the night with 19 points. Elmer Bennett with a huge second half for the Irish here tonight. 24 points in the game, 22 in the second half. And Billy Taylor at the line. 12 points tonight for Billy Taylor. Irish by 10, 7 seconds to play. Burke pulls and shoots and misses. And the rebound tipped around, and that's going to be the end of the ball game as Blitz Wooten will get the 2 points. They're going to count the basket. And it's not going to matter. Blitz Wooten, 6th point of the night, makes the final. Notre Dame 87, LaSalle 79. The Irish come from 15 back in the second half to win it by 8 at the Civic Center, and we'll be back with more post-game activities. The win to the Irish here in the second half came back to win by 8 on the road here against LaSalle in Philadelphia tonight. Jim Gibbons, nice win.
Well, I'd say when you're 15 down and you can turn it around like that, and as I said before, no comparison kind of between the way they played offensively and defensively the first half and they did the second. The interesting thing is that LaSalle outscored Notre Dame 14-3 in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the first half. Notre Dame outscored LaSalle 13-7 over the last 3 minutes, and they had balanced scoring from 5 players tonight, which really added to it.
Now on to Madison Square Garden to play North Carolina Saturday night. You said at the start of the game that maybe they're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You have to hope that light is not the Carolina Express coming through Madison Square Garden on Saturday night. A real test for Notre Dame. But let's enjoy the 2 straight wins on the road tonight for Notre Dame.
I'm sure they are. They've been hard to come by.
Good win.
Thanks.
Good win for John McLeod and the Irish here tonight. Again, 87-79, the final score at the Civic Center here in Philadelphia. Thanks for watching. For Jim Gibbons, Fred White saying good night from the Civic Center in Philadelphia.
Good night.